Welcome in, everyone. We are still playing Black Book. Let us get back into it. We have yet to confront the Leshy, who has stolen not only us, uh, well, that's not entirely true. We have yet to confront the Leshy that has stolen a whole village. Apparently, the Leshy's brother has stolen us to help him out, is really what's going on here. We have met both Leshies at least once, and now we have to get to the final confrontation. But there's a little bit of a wrinkle, just a teensy tiny wrinkle. We have been waylaid, shall we say, by the illusion of our lost betrothed. Um, we are definitely being tricked. I have walked into this knowing that we are being tricked, but I'd like to follow it and see where it leads. So let's get back to the confrontation of um, the thing that is posing as our betrothed, rather than the big bad at the end of whatever the Leshy who has stolen it down. We'll get to him in a moment. He's a second priority. Really, he is.
Here is your beloved. Here he is, in the fog. You recognize his figure. You feel that you will hear his voice any moment now, but you can't see his face. You take a step. The figure doesn't move. He's waiting for you.
Whoa.
You call to your beloved, but he is silent. Only the branches rustle in the swirling fog.
All right, let's go get attacked. I'm excited.
Only several steps separate you from him. Another moment, and you will be together again. You suddenly lose your footing. A chasm opens beneath your feet.
Yep.
You come to your senses at the bottom of the ravine. The fog is gone, and the figure with it. You can hardly hold back your tears of grief and pain.
Oh dear, oh dear. Leshy leads lads astray too. In the original, he'd been led astray, and he had found an izba, a house, and had been welcomed inside. Before realizing that he'd entered the home of the forest master. The host said to him, "Sit down and have supper with us." The lad, however, remembered that he was to eat nothing at the Leshy's table and answered, "Thank you, but I'm full. I'd like some water, though." The woman guided him to the well. She asked him if he had any Russian bread on him. "Of course I do," he answered, taking a loaf from his bag. The woman grabbed the bread and with a stuffed mouth asked if he had any salt. The man gave her some. "The Leshy led me astray some time before. I ate some of his food. I've lived with him since then. It's been almost 3 years. I'm like his wife, but I won't bear any children. His flesh is soft, like a pillow, but I do things around the house while he wanders around the forest. He doesn't have any bread, though, nor does he have salt. He doesn't eat salty food. Such is my life." The man drank his fill, and the Leshy told him, "Go already. They've already said a mulbin for you, and now they're praying for themselves. You'll be able to find the path, and it will lead you home." So essentially, this is like they've already stated it outright that should a Leshy take someone, if somebody says a prayer for you, he's bound to let you go, assuming you eat nothing. You must not partake of his hospitality in a way that would bind you to him. It's very Fae-like, because Leshies are essentially the Slavic version of the more, Celtic, Western European Fae Lord, who is definitely a master of the forest or wild spaces as well. So there's, similar ideas, different words, essentially, is what's going on here. But we were led astray. We have lost some health. It hurt. But it is time to take on the Leshy. I'm not particularly worried about my health, to be honest. I have ways of gaining that back. I only just became level 15, so alright. The road goes back to that old tree that we had unlocked previously.
You stop and keep your book ready. Philemon is waiting for you by the old fir tree. A familiar raven lands beside you.
Shepherd Sorcerer. Shepherds were ascribed with magical abilities. The peasants never quite understood what his job was. He sat in the shade, played a horn or a trumpet, but the cows would never wander away. It was thought that shepherds were close with a leshy who actually looked after the cattle. Before the season started, they would agree on who would look after the animals and cut down a tree. The shepherd would place an Easter egg at its center. Then they would both sit on opposite ends of the tree, and the one who got to the egg first would get to herd the cattle. If they cut down a birch tree, the shepherd sat on top of the tree. If it was spruce, he would sit on the roots. In the latter case, the branches hindered him, and so the leshy always won. It was believed that the shepherds turned into wolves and did the job in wolf form. The truth is, shepherds, as a rule, had good ears. Each cow had a cowbell, wooden or metallic. By its sound, shepherds could tell if the animals had gone too far and blow a signal with the horn. The cows were used to it and walked towards it. In villages with a Komi-Perm population, the shepherds used a wooden poo drum, a wooden board that hangs from a person's neck by a string and is banged with sticks. Because yes, cows can be trained.
Ah, Philemon, you're here already.
No, Vasilisa, hold on, listen to me. Don't crumble me into your book. You don't understand.
Carr, carr. Right, keep talking, brother.
I'm gonna hear him out because this leshy has not been mean to me. It is a tricky situation, but he's not been particularly mean to me. In fact, the leshy who stole me is the crow. Frickin' raven. To help him deal with his brother. Probably out of jealousy. You know how siblings fight.
You want to talk? Those who want peace don't learn to ravines.
I was scared. I was afraid you wouldn't listen to me. I know about the book. I thought...
Nice story, brother.
I skipped that. I'm so sorry. I don't think I can go back.
Oh, be quiet, Karnish. You're still much too young. You couldn't understand anything.
Speak before I change my mind.
I won't lie to you, Vasilisa. Enough with the lies. I'll tell you how it is. I sometimes drag Nimza villagers to my lair. Yes, under this tree. But not out of malice, but for a reason. I have to.
Carr, carr, carr. Father would never let it happen. Do your sorcery, Vasilisa, before it's not too late.
Wait, let's listen to him.
You can't understand me, Karnish. In order to avoid greater sacrifices, I have to accept lesser ones.
Welcome in, Trav.
Yes, I made it so Vorsa fell asleep, and is sleeping still. Yes, I hid Nimza and plan to keep it hidden. For this, I need power. I need a human sacrifice. This is the price.
How did you put your father to sleep and hide the village?
It was difficult, but I managed it. For both of these things, I need power. I could wait until the villagers begin cursing one another and take them one by one. But it wouldn't be enough. A speck. I needed a powerful source, a flow, an avalanche of power. That's why I took on this image, a shepherd.
So you took someone's skin, like a chort.
That's another of the necessary sacrifices. I couldn't change my form then, as I can now. I began living in Nimza, sowing discord carefully, gradually. As roots pierced the stone, so I was eating through the villagers' trust in one another. I built the events in such a way that one day, a local holiday, the villagers got angry at each other. Oh, Vasilisa, it's not easy. Everyone was angry, hated each other. I won't lie. I needed potions for that, trickery, and other things. But I got what I wanted. A lot of curses were said that day. So many that all of Nimza was cursed. That's how I managed to steal the entire village, and a dozen of cursed villagers provided enough power to put my father to sleep.
So, that's how you arrange it. If only I knew.
You were too busy with beasts and paid no interest to people, brother. Learn your lesson.
What huge sacrifices do you want to avoid? Aren't you the reason for them in the first place?
We, Leshies, can see the future. That's how I knew about your seal, even before you showed up here. We know what would await Nimzia villagers in the coming years. We can hear it in the branches, in the whisper of the wind on the crossroads. Everyone, all the Russian lands will be swept by a storm. A storm is coming. Death, famine, murder, wars await you. Maladies on such a scale that have never existed before. This village will disappear altogether.
This can't be true.
It is true, and my brother knows that.
Everything may yet change.
Ha! There haven't been such powerful omens as these for a long time. I am certain this will happen.
People must choose their fate for themselves.
Choose? They have no choice. They don't know what awaits them or their children. These things are written in neither the black nor the white books. The future is much scarier than your chorts, Vasilisa. That's why I decided to hide them. I will kill one, and then the other, but they will survive here with me in this fog.
You're sucking this power out of the peasants?
Yes, I have to kill them. This is the price. I told you what this is about, and you must support me. The peasants ask for help all the time, but no one listens. Only I do. You yourself know about the sacrifice required for a worthy cause. You're a witch after all?
You speak beautifully, Philemon, but the people should choose for their own!
What can they choose? Death is waiting behind each door. Only I can keep them safe. Vasilisa, they have no choice. But you do. I can set you free from the fog. I can break the seal. But I will require a sacrifice. We will take a man from Nimzia together. I'll bring you to your father, and we will break the seal. You will be free, and Nimzia will be safe.
Don't listen to him, Vasilisa. He cannot decide, and neither can you. Only they can. You have to stop Philemon. Nimzia will be free. You will be free, and my father will finally wake up.
Philemon wants to keep Nemzia in the fog, and the Raven wants everyone to be free. What should I do? Which side should I choose?
So, we know, because this is set in the 1800s, that the shepherd is correct. Philemon is correct. War is coming. The lands will be ravaged by it. People will die. Even if, he has stolen the village so that it is now lost to the rest of the world, but even if he hadn't stolen the village, it will likely be overrun and lost to war and death and destruction someday. This is just a fact of the world as we know it, because this is more of a historical fiction than not. It is set in, a version of our world, sort of. And, this is the truth of the matter, is that the wars come. But who do we help? Do we believe in free will? Do we believe in fate and destiny? Do we think that Philemon, even with his need to sacrifice a villager on a regular basis, is trying to help this village survive? Eventually he will run out of villagers. We've only met a handful of people, but there's only a handful of people here. It's not a sustainable population by any means, as far as my understanding is, but maybe it is a sustainable population, but they lose people regularly. Eventually, there will be no one left in Nimzia. There's probably not enough bloodlines to continue Nimzia, and there's no way to expand or thrive. There's no trade. There's no way out. Sure, he can help people get lost into the fog and continue refreshing bloodlines, but like, how long truly is that going to last? And there is the possibility that he becomes greedy with that kind of power and will require more and more sacrifices as the years go on, as the decades roll by. And yet, if we believe in the Raven, he believes that freeing the villagers is the correct answer, that the people of this village should have their say in what fate befalls them. The omens are there, the future is coming, but who do we help? That is the question here. If we help the shepherd, we are allowing Nimzia to continue to be lost from the world. If we help the Raven, these people are freed, but someday they may be wiped out in war. Does he need sacrifice every month? In which case, it's not going to work out. I don't know what the time scale is for his sacrificial needs is the problem. I'm not entirely certain how often he needs to sacrifice somebody, but it's often enough that people notice. And who do you think is going to be the next sacrifice? He said that, the Philemon has said that we will need to take a man from the village. It's probably going to be the hunter who has been so kind to us that we will have to, who already trusts us to help him, to save him, who we will have to bring back here for the kill. And, it is a man, who is depending on us to help him. You thought the Raven might be a long-term friend. That might be the case, but if you support the shepherd, that's certainly not happening. So, possible reward. I don't know. He is another Leshy. So he may or may not become a long-term friend, but he is helping us. He is attempting to ward us away from being, like, we didn't have to go running after the figure in the fog. He warned us away from doing exactly that, and we still did it and got hurt, so... clearly we don't listen to him very well. But he has been, outside of being somewhat vague and a little bit flaky in the fact that he just comes and goes as he pleases, like, he's been helpful and honest. He even admitted to being the one who stole us, so he wants to wake up his father. He feels that his brother has betrayed the family. The betrayal of brotherhood is a powerful emotion. Waking the father being a good move? I don't know. He's a much more powerful Leshy. I mean, the shepherd couldn't kill his father. He could only put him to sleep. And it took a lot of sacrifice and a lot of curses to become powerful enough to even do that much. And to maintain his sleep requires human sacrifice on a regular basis. That is a lot of power. he is feeding off the souls of humans, which is a very powerful currency for spirits and demons, to keep his father in a state of sleep. It is unlikely that his father will be powerful enough to stave off war, but having their father's favor for having helped to wake him and to bring him back into rightful his rightful place as a protector and master of the forest could be very good for us. But it's the devil you know versus the devil you don't at this point. We've never met their father. The more I think about it, the more I have to remember that I am a believer in free will. Fate and destiny are concepts that we use to justify that the choices that we have made and the challenges and struggles that we have faced, thinking that they were always going to happen. But, you know, some things are avoidable, some things aren't. We consider it, you know, good luck or the will of God or, you know, the will of fate that we were able to overcome a trial or tribulation in hindsight. But honestly, destiny and fate are what you make of it. And free will, the ability to choose your own way, even with the constraints of how the world affects you and the things outside of your control, is something that I do believe in. I'm not very good at chasing my own free will, but I think that in this case, the Raven is more in the correct. He understands that even in the Christian faith, people choose to either be good or evil, and it is their right to have that choice, to follow the virtues or the vices, to lean towards the heavens or the hells. That is their choice, and taking that choice away from them is not saving them. It is making them helpless. It is making that choice for them, and, you know, cursing them into the hells in the long term, instead of letting them choose to face, you know, all the terrible evils of the world and lean on the side of the heavens anyway, is not the natural way of the world. So even in the Christian faith, I think the Raven is probably more in the right. And he may or may not become a companion in the future. So let's find out. All right. If you want to help the shepherd, feel free to use the link in my chat or type !game to grab Black Book for yourself and see what the other choice has in store for you when you get to it. But I'm going to help the Raven. I'm making this choice. Thank you for the conversation, Trav. I really appreciated it.
You speak nicely, Philemon. And your goal is noble. But people must have a choice. I won't let you kill any more villagers.
That won't do. I won't let you near my tree.
I'm not going to give you a choice in that matter. Alright, he's going to summon more things. This is not the highest health that we have seen, either. We're down 10 HP, but that does not matter. We're going to smack. We are going to smack. Let us curse you, first of all. Curse the living crap out of you. We're going to style on this. Yeah. We're gonna waste you as well, just so that, you know, there's no possibility of you ever, you know, not dying. And then we're gonna vampirism ourselves so that when you take damage, we heal. Get wrecked. Cool. Yeah, bring your little friends. This minion is going to...
Don't meddle in the business of our village.
Metal? You're the reason I'm here, and not in Vilgard.
So he's going to heal. That does not matter. We do not care. More cursing. Definitely, definitely. We're going to put some waste on this guy. Fierce can... Gria can get very powerful. Fierce is pretty good. It starts out small, but then it raises by 2 every time you use it. But you have to, like, consistently use it is the thing. I'm gonna do Kiva instead. Just knock his block off. And then I'm gonna curse everybody just to make sure. Okay, we've got some vampirism going on. I'm also... Do I have... I think I can put some ward on. Just for all the things. I don't have any bless. Herb bless. It's fine. We got some bless going on. So that's for me. Alright. You are cursed. This is when we start using this. Just gonna do as much damage as we can to this guy, because, you know, this guy is gonna consistently heal. That's fine. Our waste is not going to kill him, but he will die as soon as his master dies, so as long as he's not doing really anything to us, we don't care. I've already looked in this. There's not much more that I need to worry about, so just damage all the things. Prayer is gone, so we just have the bless will run out before Jordan's fine. And every
I
time
can let you go, Vasilisa.
every time they do damage to me, they get more waste, so...
But you will. You have no choice.
Alright. I'm not gonna get anything from either of those. Let us take 2 pages and get things that we actually care about. This on you. This on you. I want the style damage, so I cannot use any of these white pages. I have a little bit of waste on myself. It's fine. Alright. Let's see here. Let's do this, heal that, do this, and that. And also do this. No more waste. Vampirism is finished. We have some regen, so. he's almost dead. Alright. This might be the last turn. Yep, there we go. What do I want a second page of? I think Words of Light with Fire. It's an interesting build if we ever want to switch up our deck.
Philemon sheds his skin and quickly hides among the roots of the old tree. The raven bids you to hurry before the spirit regains his powers.
Alright, that was just phase 1.
You pass underneath the roots. The subterranean darkness squirms around you like an army worm. When your eyes adjust to the darkness, you see that these are shadows moving about. Philemon's previous victims, still restless. They whisper endlessly, but you can't make out what they're saying. Suddenly, Philemon springs from the darkness, along with coiling tree roots.
Think again, Vasilisa. You will doom the entire village.
It's you who are killing it, one after the other. I won't let other peasants end up in your lair.
Look at how many villagers he already has taken. Crazy. Well, he's going to put up ward, which means that I'm glad that I have weakness. We're gonna style on that. Get well versed. And do this as well. Let's do some vampirism so that we can heal up. Get, do. We will get some waste on him as soon as those pages roll up. And look at what they did. Alright. You're going to summon more things. We'll get Fierce going, I guess. No, remove positive statuses on you. Like that ward. You don't get to keep it. No, 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 no. Not doing any damage. Just... There's the minion.
You shouldn't have gone against me, witch.
You shouldn't have tried to kidnap peasants. And me.
But this one is gonna put spikes on, and this one's just gonna do damage. This will definitely help them. You need waste. Again, he's a master, so as soon as he dies, both of his little friends die. They are all gonna get cursed, so that's gonna help with us not taking as much damage. We don't have any styles, so I can definitely do this to keep myself from gaining more damage, and I'm also gonna put more ward on just to keep it up and running. be cursed. I need to remove negative statuses from myself. You will heal a little bit. And deal some damage. I'm not actually doing any damage this turn. That's fine. How did I already win? Dang. I killed that. I'm gonna take this one. Extra page. Hey, Mr. Scrake, welcome in.
The Leshy falls to the ground hissing and disappears without a trace. You feel Philimon's sorcery disappear around you. Shadows vanish one after the other. Karnish thanks you and explains how to get to his sleeping father, outlining the necessary rituals. The Raven will wait for you there.
Yeah, because he can fast travel. He basically teleports. Cheater.
Leshy's son told me to go north, to the old field. I better not waste any time. Every day counts.
Alright, we've got Chorts to deal with. Oh, he completed his task. 80 sin. Oy, oy, oy. Alright, these guys come back tomorrow. Well, we know what to do. Yeah, 3 for 10. Go there. Oh, cannot be removed. Let's see, 2 for 6, 1 for 8, 1 for 7, 2 for 5. No, 2 for 6. That's what I want. Where is it? This one. Go make someone's day terrible. 2 for 4 it is. That's animals. That's hunger. Go fail over there, please. And then, no matter what I do, this guy is gonna do 1. So I guess we'll do it for the most amount of money. There. That's all of them dealt with. I'm nearly to level 16. I'm pretty happy with my deck as it is, so I'm gonna leave it where it is. We found a book merchant apparently lost in the fog. Let's go see if we're missing any pages. May his oath breaking for real, for real. No, no,
Be
I'm not.
wise and go forth. Knowledge will serve as your daily bread.
I have all of these in the book. Is there any that I want a second page of? Not particularly. We're good. The dry VM. An old abandoned field. Why doesn't it have any trees? Let's find out.
In this old, abandoned field, neither trees nor crops grow. The only things standing are old poles and 2 thin birches. The Leshy's son told you to tie their tops together to find the way to his father.
I'm not oath breaking because Philemon, the shepherd Leshy, was not the one who stole me. I ended up in his town because I was led there, but he's not the one who stole me. Karish, the Raven Leshy, is the one who actually stole me because he needed a Khuldu's help to deal with his brother, the Shepherd Leshy. So I'm not oath-breaking. I promised I would help the villagers, and I am helping them. The only way that I can, by breaking their village out of the fog and releasing all of their sacrificed townsfolk and family members to move on from the world and go to the heavens or the hells, wherever they belong. So truly, I'm not breaking any oaths or promises that I have made, at least this time. So it's not oath breaking. You just commanding jorts. Yes, but I did ask for them, and thus I was given a plethora of. Should I have taken them? Probably not. But I didn't know that when I was like, give me all the jorts. So I am an evil thing, but I'm not breaking any oaths. I have lied once. I have broken an oath, so perhaps I am already an oath breaker, but I have attempted to redeem myself, and I do try to keep my sin gathering to a minimum. I could have way more sin right now, and I just decided to cut back. Let's look around.
This empty field emanates sorcerous power. You sense that there used to be a church here, or, more likely, a Permian shrine.
Oath of Ancients accidentally using Create Undead be like, oopsies. Yeah, something like that. Look, to be a Khuldu means dealing with chorts. Either you tie them to yourself and your will, or you have to deal with the chorts of other Khulduns. Like, there's no way out of it. Once you're down this path, this is your life. And even if you only take a very few amount of chorts, say only one, you will encounter others along the way. Most of the chorts that I have, I defeated, and then they were like, hey, you're stronger than me. Can I hang out with you? What May doesn't say is that when she said that she wanted all the chorts, she thought that chort was short for chortle. She was hoping for some jokes. Alas, a Khuldu's life is not very funny. Clever, Trav. I wasn't that confused, but thank you for being witty. Alright, mythology of the Russian North. The Russian North is a territory both curious and strange. Apart from the areas around Novgorod, Russians are by no means its native inhabitants. The Russian North and the Urals were populated in several stages, and each time Russian traditions collided with those of Finno-Ugric, Kami, Vogels, Mari, Mordvins, and Turkic Tatars and Bashkirs peoples. They were not only differences in language, but also in rites, rituals, and beliefs. Interpenetration took place on every level. Each nation had its own household spirits, water spirits, and forest spirits. With the increased contact between these peoples, Russian Leshis, Domovoys, and Vodunavoys adopted the traits and functions that of their neighbors, and vice versa. So, very much like the British Isles, where various different peoples came in waves from the very beginning of the Isles, and clashed and melded together, the Russian North happened to have the same thing happen to them. And honestly, this has happened in multiple areas around the world. You can find these melting pots of culture and religion and legend and myth and faith and the stories that we tell everywhere, from the early Egyptians, from the beginnings in Sumer, from the Mayans being, at any time there were people conquering other people and incorporating the new beliefs from the locals into their pantheon in a way that would help them acclimate to their new overlords. This happened. And it is probably one of the most fascinating things about being a mythologist or a person who studies religion, multiple religions, or a person who studies culture over the centuries in a historical manner, um, every archaeologist becomes sort of falls in love with how cultures changed over time because of different people interacting and finding commonalities in their differing beliefs and how they could mesh and meld together into making a more rich and connective story between them. Um, you know, in modern times, they say that America is the great melting pot of the world because everybody tried to conquer the North American continent. And so everybody's cultures and traditions and beliefs and religions and languages melded together in America. It was not seamless by any means. There was conflict up the wazoo. It's tragedy all the way around for one reason or another, to be quite frank. But in a in when you take a step back from all of that, um aggressive conquering, um and look at how the people who found themselves in desperate situations learned how to connect together and become stronger for it. Culture and the understanding that ideas can be similar all across the world is really what binds us all together as people. So, the stories that we tell ourselves and each other to explain the world and how those evolve and grow are quite literally the very thing that will probably save us from destroying ourselves outright as a whole race. So, that's my belief, personally. It's an ambitious belief, but I feel that the more literature that you read and the more ways that you try to find the understanding of the cultural context behind them, the more you start to understand people who are different from you. And in that understanding, you create a path towards connection and becoming neighborly with people who are vastly different from you. The differences really, truly do not mean that we can't get along. So long as we can agree to disagree, should we disagree on something. It just means that we are open to the possibility of the world being far more complicated and also far simpler than we ever think it is. Getting out of our own heads is a good thing, is what I'm getting at. Anyway, enough of my soapbox, my idealism. Let's continue the game, shall we?
You tie the tops of the trees together, and a portal opens between them to the domain of the Elder Leshy.
So, like before, when we unlocked the lair of Philemon, the shepherd Leshy, he had a tree that had been tied to another tree as a lock. And this time, we are tying a tree to another tree as a portal to open. So it's an interesting sort of coming full circle. Let's hop into another realm, shall we? We're gonna go to this creek first because I do all the optionals. I can see ribbons on the trees along this creek.
There's an old birch wood near the creek. The trees are gnarly with age, their roots covered with moss. Red ribbons are tied to their trunks, a method peasants use to aid those who have lost their way in the forest. These ribbons look like the ones you saw before you got to Nimzia.
Cursed, 1 out of 2. You shouldn't curse your children at noon or midnight. If you lose your patience and shout something like, "Leshy, take you!" chances are he'll do just that. Something like this happened to our neighbors. Their son, Mitsha, an unruly little rascal, was acting up some way or another, and his mother, in the heat of the moment, said, "Leshy, take you, Mitsha!" The boy calmed down, or so it seemed. But when she called for him at dinner time, she couldn't find him anywhere. Where had he gone? The knowers told her that since she had told Leshy to take him, they had done so. What could she do? All over the village, men gathered and went into the forest, called for the boy, and tied red ribbons on the branches. If the boy had gotten lost, he could find his way to the village by these ribbons. Mitcha was nowhere to be found for an entire day. Then his mother arranged an offering for the Leshy and left it on a tree stump by Dry Gully. We will find out the rest of that story in time.
The ribbons lead you further along the stream. Suddenly, several drowners jump out of it, attracted by the black book.
Yeah, we're full of sin, and now everybody wants a piece of us. It's a bird mom. She's just gonna smack us. These guys are gonna heal, and he's going to prevent me from using black pages? Oh, I don't like you. I might have to kill you first, honestly. So let's do that. Yeah, we're just gonna style on your butt with all of our black pages. Yeah. Let us... waste you. And do this on you. Let's see you negative status me now. Get wrecked. Okay, you're just gonna heal. That's fine. We're doing all the damage. So we're just gonna make sure that you can't do any more damage ever again. And do some vampirism so that when I get hit, I heal. Try to become stronger. Alright, 2 pages, please. Thank you. You don't have any curse on you, actually, but... So... I would like a little bit of healing, I think. Just do a little bit of that now. Okay. Sure, why not? this, that, this, that. Goodbye. Take this Morteshka. Here's where that creek ends.
Following the ribbons that have remained intact over the years, you find the forgotten old banyas and peek inside. Light shines through the rotten ceiling and illuminates the skeleton of a child.
Oh, we should ask for permission, but we're gonna inspect the body.
Judging by the leftover clothes, he was one of the Komi Yazvins, as the Nimzya villagers say. It's hard to tell how long the body has laid here, alone and forgotten.
Here's the other half of that story. She spread out a clean napkin and, as is customary, placed a glass of vodka and a loaf of bread on it. As leshies don't bake bread, I can talk. Really, I can. She then said, "Master of the forest, as you took my son, may you also return him." Then she crossed herself 3 times, bowed to the ground, and the next day, Mitcha walked out of the forest, thin and ragged. "First, Grandpa Leshy led me around the forest because I forgot to turn my clothes inside out," he said. "Then he dragged me through the treetops and brought me to his house. There was some woman in his house, and she whispered to me, 'Don't eat anything inside this izba other than mushrooms and berries.' Once I ate some bread, and now I will forever be a servant here. I did as she said. Once I broke a loaf of bread in half. It had cow dung and goat droppings inside instead of nuts. Grandpa Leshy spun around a bit, brought me out on the porch, kicked me in the rear, and said, 'Go home then, your mother's been waiting for you.'" Yikes. Let's, bury this kid.
You carry out the remains, dig out a grave, and place the bones inside. You unexpectedly pierce yourself with a bone splinter and sprinkle the burial place with blood.
Oops. Well, let's look into the
There's
stove.
no soot or coals left in the stove. Silence surrounds you. Even the Banyaks have abandoned this place.
Well, there was no one left. The Chud Fields. A strange place. An ancient one.
Everything around you looks majestic and solemn. The trees that surround you are thousands of years old. Strange spirits walk between them, the likes of which you see for the first time. Tiny forest chorts are trying to catch them. Demons look out of place here. When they notice you, they attack.
Of course they do. Alright. No black pages, healing, no white pages. Literally trying to lock me down. Okay. Well, they're gonna try to hurt me. You have the lowest health and you're the healer, but I kind of don't want you to be able to do your thing, so we will pick on you. They're not cursed yet, so we will, I think, hit you. And then pick it up again. Okay. And make sure we don't get bad statuses. Here we go. Got the bless on. Everybody gets smitten. Now I cannot attack. So. You're just healing, they're gonna attack. Okay. I'm going to... Where is it? Remove that. You're doing the most damage. And curse them even more. Here we go. Dead. Perfect. Alright. Yeah, that doesn't kill you. Okay. Oh. Fine. Not gonna make the money, but that's also fine. Do some heals. Here we go. I did not quite kill that guy. Rude. It's fine. All he does is heal. He died to the waste. You were gonna try and lock down my white pages, which I'm not really using, so... That's fine, I guess. Not that you'd need any more, but here we go. Not that I need that. Cannot use white pages. Oh no, whatever will I do? Goodbye. Oh, let's take another page of decomposure. Not that we're using it, but we could. Who N? Interesting. An old place, ancient sorcery.
You walk in circles around the glade with the ancient idols. Even putting your clothes on inside out doesn't help. You decide to look around. It seems as if some kind of Leshy's sorcery is at work.
Alright, time to go for the herbs. Because we picked the flowers here.
Pagan idols with some chute pattern. I've seen similar on the plagues they find in fields. Pagan idols with some chute pattern.
This idol seems enchanted. Old Chort sorcery is still strong here. You can try to untangle this Zagavr. When the final piece of the idol fits into place, you feel as if the forest has been unshackled. It looks like the road is clear now.
I wonder what would happen if you walked around normally with your clothes inside out. Would that work from the get-go? Would it be considered your normal and you'd have to wear them all properly for it to work? Would it invalidate the entire thing and clothing no longer affected them at all? Hey, PP, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. I hope your stream is going well. No, it's on the understanding it's like a partially a faith thing, because it's on the understanding that if you feel like your clothes are inside out, that they can see the seams, then they understand that you are looking through their illusions. I don't. Yeah, upturning the natural order. So yeah. I believe that if you are rebel enough to always be wearing your clothes inside out, you are already upturning the natural order. But, you know, there's no way to test that anymore. Modern times have wiped out all these little myth, legend and rituals and the magic in the world, I suppose you could say. Alright, Voyous Sin. Here I will face the Leshy. Whatever that entails.
A strange rock. Looks like it's moving. It can be. A strange rock.
Oh,
Looks
but
like
it
it's
is.
moving.
Is there another herb somewhere? Nope. Okay.
Grr! Vasilisa, it's time to wake my father up. Are you ready? When he wakes up, I'll be dead weight here. He still has to teach a lesson to my older brother. Maybe you'll take me with you. Before you know it, I'll become a Leshy on my own.
Do we take in the younger Leshy, the Raven Leshy? Who will become one of our chorts? He certainly doesn't want to get his dad mad at him, but he is the reason why Dad woke up, so go on. He can sit on your shoulder and steal your food and jewelry. Yeah, that's gonna happen, definitely.
Very well. A helper like you will come in handy.
So now I have a chewed deity and a young Leshy.
All right then, let's do this.
The raven starts to read an unfamiliar Zagavar in a foreign language. With each minute, his raspy voice grows even quieter. It cracks.
Good morning. Chapter 4 complete. Oh dear. I'm pretty sure those were supposed to be the other way around. That looks to be an old church.
submerged church. Its bell tower just above the water. What kind of strange place is this? A submerged church. Its
We're
bell tower just above the water.
Not exactly in Kansas anymore, girl.
Is this a sea or an ocean? What a beauty. I've never seen such a thing. Is this a sea or an ocean? What a beauty.
A little bit of off to see the wizard. I have no control over the camera angles, so please forgive me. That's an invisible wall.
This white stone sure is full of power. A murmur beneath it looks like a water stream. This white stone sure is full of power.
Your book lies on a snow-white altar. The white stone faintly crackles and trembles, barely able to contain the power of the ancient artifact.
King Solomon himself would be humbled and awed. After all, his ring is just a seal.
What's going on? Where are we?
Don't you recognize this island? You used to speak of it so often. Never mind now. You've opened yet another lock. There is but a small matter that remains. A trifle, really. Just 2 more obstacles in our way. Who would have thought that a simple witch from Vilgort would make it this far? Oh, but there is much more. Great deeds.
But I just want my wish to come true.
And so it will. Don't you doubt it. Soon you will reach your goal, and the book will lose its seals.
What deeds? I just want to bring back my beloved.
Oh, and you will eventually. The main thing now is be punctual and not miss your chance. Very soon now, the sun will reach its zenith. Only on that day can one find the fern flower. Don't miss it, Vasilisa. Hurry! We haven't come this far for nothing, have we? You are breaking seals one after another with ease. And each time your power grows.
But so does the depths of my sins.
The demons can sense this and flock to serve you. Soon it will be enough.
To free him?
Yes. To unite you with your beloved.
Notice how he says unite. He agrees to free, but it's probably we will die in the end. This is how these things tend to go.
Will the book really make my wish come true when I break all of the seals?
This is what the legend says. It's been a long time since the locks of this ancient artifact were opened.
This is the very definition of be careful what you wish for.
Legend is a most stubborn thing. It lasts for ages, changing ever so slightly, adapting to its host like a parasite.
Yeah, with the choice between him coming back or you going over there, one of those is way, way easier than the other.
It grapples onto him with tentacles of myth and magic, and the moment he looks askance, it changes into something new on the spot, hiding meaning behind the veil of a mission. According to legend, your wish is what lies behind the seven seals. All the knowers say so. Is that true?
What of my beloved? Where is he now?
I know that he has but 40 days. In this time, he will traverse all the aerial toll houses, and his soul will find its place. I could perhaps put in a word for him to my demon acquaintances. But I see no point in that, for you yourself will be able to help him. Still, you need to hurry. Old Igor was right. After the 40th day, even the book won't be enough to get him back.
In Eastern Orthodoxy, a traditional memorial service held on the 40th day after the death of the departed, after which his or her soul leaves this world. So we have 40 days to get him back, and I don't know precisely how many days it has been. It's not specifically kept because this is a story, and so we are on storybook time, but time is running out.
Time for me to go to Vilgard. 2 more seals remain.
Yes, time is wasting. We will meet again. That I believe.
Was that the Leshy or the demon who has been urging us to open the book? We don't know.
Och,
Old Igor?
Vasilisa. Oh, Lord. I was beginning to get worried. We could have run out of time. Where were you?
Oh, Grandpa. I'm here now. Everything's fine. Leshis have led me astray, but I managed to get out. You taught me well.
Well, back to the wedding. Let's see if we can get anywhere this time. Yeah, no kidding.
And I've broken the seal as well.
Oh, you did? Well then, we may make it yet. I thought that friend of ours has gotten to you at last. But no, not him.
Alexander?
Yes, I remember the old tricks though. I do. Broke a needle and pierced the door.
What did we learn? Lock a Koldoon up. One can lock up a Koldoon, that is, prevent him from leaving a room. To do this, when a Koldoon enters the house, you put an oven fork, prongs facing upward by the door, or stick a sewing needle with a broken eye into a bench. Another way to accomplish this task is to sit on a wooden bench and stick a finger into a knot in the wood while saying the words, "I plug up this knot to keep this cursed mage locked." Yes, but what happens if you leave the bench afterwards? Does it unlock him? I don't know.
Caught him?
I did, but he managed to get away. His shorts helped him. I'm not so good with demons these days, but I still have some power left.
Don't worry. I'll get to him.
You will, I'm sure of it. Let me call Nikolai since you're here. We have to finish that damn wedding before Abdericha shows up to get back her daughter.
I feel that we're running out of time.
It'll be all right. We'll marry them off this evening. I didn't waste my time. I put a couple of spells on that couple. They'll live happily ever after. That Alexander, he started this cursing business with a wedding, and now he won't be able to stop. When the wedding starts, he'll be drawn to it by his shorts, even against his will.
I will meet him by the Church of the Trinity then.
Don't be too fond of your new boyfriend, though. Don't chase him. Don't forget about the seal.
He isn't my boyfriend. What are you talking about? Then again, we'll have to break the next seal on Ivan's day, right?
Well, less than a week is left.
What? I thought I had more time.
You say the Leshies got to you? Ha! Good thing that you escaped now and not a year later. You know how it is with these evil spirits.
We do.
Wait a moment. We have to prepare the ritual then, and fast.
Ah, so you remember what I taught you.
Of course I do.
Yes, we need threads from a monastery, a towel from a church, an Easter knife, and candles made of human fat from someone who died of fever.
Good. I taught you well, it seems.
Look, we don't have to make them fevered and die. We just have to have the candles from somewhere.
Don't you fret, Vasya. I've started searching for the items already. Here are the threads from the monastery. You won't be scared?
I won't stop halfway. And I'll get the other items. We're almost there. Where will we get all these items?
I don't know yet. I bought these threads at the fair, but the others aren't so easy to find. I think we'll get some in the Church of the Trinity. The priest will help. And if he doesn't...
We'll persuade him. That ritual is quite scary.
Of course. That's why no one goes around showing off that flower. Everyone would have wanted such a helper. The ones who had the guts all were killed by Satan.
Well, that doesn't bode well for us. Jeez Louise, Yegor, what have you gotten us into?
I think I'll manage. I saw a lot of these demons already.
Yes, you must be the only one capable of this feat. Kupala is nearby, and we'll be ready.
Kupala Night, also called Ivana Kupala, is a Christian variant of a pagan rite that took place on the summer solstice of June 24th, July 7th, New Style. The Orthodox variant is meant to coincide with John the Baptist's birthday, but the holiday has stayed pagan in essence. People prayed to John, Ivan, the Baptist, and relieved headaches and blessed their children. On the morning of Ivan, people prepared a whole grain porridge, kutia. They did so on all other traditional transition cycle holidays, on days that opened the borders between worlds. Slavic paganism probably had no specific deity by the name of Kupala, which is simply a folk variant of the name John the Baptist. After all, children were baptized by being dipped in the closest body of water or in a baptismal font, kupel in Russian.
I know that you're the one to blame for the death of Ayart's wife. You sent the fire snake that killed her.
So what? As if you don't send demons for jobs yourself. You can't know everything that they're doing out there. Only later I realized what they had done. I told him about the Leshi to earn some rubles. Those were tough times. Or would you rather die from hunger, eh? Well, what's done is done. He'll finally be able to meet her now.
Let's go to business before we're too late. Go after Kolya while I prepare Zagavors.
Right.
Goodness gracious us. All right, new seal. New possibilities. So this gives vampirism, tickling, interesting. It does give us sin, but also hits things. 2 damage 3 times, so 6 in total. Headless is a buff, gives us damage absorption. It's eternal, so, you know, as much as it's damage absorption 1, it completely, yeah, that's interesting. We have something similar already in our keys. This is an order, but in our keys we have, where is it? Bloodburn is eternal, and a swipe. Okeansi. Reinforces ward. Cross. Well, it's not a swipe, but yeah. Cross will come up multiple times. Yeah. Damage absorption is powerful. And then this is rebirth. Both of these are super powerful. I'm gonna come up against something ugly. Okay. Rebirth? I think I'm gonna get rid of Sky High because I don't really use it. It's kind of situational. I have the money for this. So I'm gonna take that. And then what would I give up for Headless? Damage absorption is pretty good. I use Bluestone on occasion. I'm kind of getting out of using defense because I have things like Bloodburn where I have to get hit for it to do anything. And I have enough healing in my deck that maybe Nicholas the Merciful is not the right play anymore. So let's get some Headless in here. Yeah. I like that. It's getting to the point where even Gria is kind of not interesting enough anymore. But the monastery thread is better than our red thread, so I'm definitely gonna equip that. We like strengthening curse. We like eloquence. Bless is still really, really good. But I might have to start playing with this. Just gives waste. No, I'm gonna keep with what I have. We're good. And we also got this mushroom that just does damage on an enemy. Nice. Alright, time to deal with our chorts. We're getting a whole bunch of them back. Which means even more sin. Some of them have completed their tasks, some of them have not. These two I don't get back for a little bit. I am up to 88 sin. I could have way more sin, but I don't, which is nice. Alright. Let us get the largest sins sent to the meaningless jobs and deal with everybody else. You are not the next largest sin. Where, I guess you are. Yep. So 4 for 9, 3 for 7. 3 for 9. Yeah, 4 for 9. You're a calamity, but this is a strife, so you're probably gonna fail it. It's fine. Alright, who's the next? No, the rest of them are pretty chill. Let's see, that's 3 for 1, 2 for 5, 2 2 for 7. 3 for 3. Now let's do a 2 for 7. All right. That's a 2 for 5. 2 for 5. 3 for 1. Three for 3. Kind of more interested in 2 for 5. But we're gonna do a calamity because you're fire. I don't mind if they fail. I mean, it's nice to get the extra rubles, but I don't mind if they fail. Let's do you next. 2 for 6. 2 for 4. 3 for 2. 3 for 4. What's in here? 2 for 9. 3 for 5. 2 for 9. And then this is a 3, so 2 for 2. I don't think I'm going to get any better offer, really. 1 for 4, 1 for 4, 1 for 6. Yeah, 2 for 2. There we go. So now it's going to be 3 chorts in a day and then many more chorts the day after. 10 chorts. Jeez Louise. Alright, Carnish, as I suspected, it's a lot like Morteshka, hanging out in the house.
Get lost! Shh! I'm fed up with you! Flapping about with those black wings of yours. Psst! Don't you have any work to do? There, go count the splinters in the yard.
Wait, Grandpa. It's Vorsa's son. I brought him from Nimzia.
Huh? Well, forgive an old man. My vision is not what it used to be. Welcome to our home.
Carr, carr. Don't mention it. Don't. I know that chorts can take any form. They learned it from us. Carr.
The Leshies taught the chorts how to transform.
Tell me some more about your Leshis.
I've been here long since before the first people came. It used to be all woods here, a few meadows, a few animals such as you, few.
So we're animals to you.
What else? What? You can only speak like us. Us. Then came the first of you with your new spirits. Shoot spirits the dead. And then came your chorts. We Leshis don't care. We live in the woods, mind our own businesses. You're animals, all right, but not the kind that we command. No. We can only play pranks on you in the forest. Carr, carr.
You tell little about yourself. You're a son of Vorsa, aren't you?
Right, right. Vorsa takes a wife from time to time. Oftentimes it's an animal of your kind, humankind. They give birth to Leshis such as Philemon. Sometimes he takes animal for wives. That's how I came to be.
Ah, so a Leshi and a Raven had a son, and here we have Carnish.
Vorsa has a household like every other Leshi, and it needs to be looked after. But our master fell asleep, and there's disorder in our domain. Squalor! Squalor! Carr! Carr!
What happens to your brother now?
Philemon is older. Older! He's the here! He's not dead. No, he will show up soon. Will help Father learn the ways of the world. Father woke up, so now he will teach Philemon. Teach!
Won't he try stealing Nimzia again?
Who knows? Who? Carr! Carr!
Well, Philemon didn't die, but maybe he will learn a lesson about why you don't interfere in the lives of people quite so heavy-handedly as a Leshy. Or, I don't know, maybe Dad will approve. Who knows? Leshies are not humans. They have other priorities. But now we have a cat and a raven. Let's see what visitors we have today, shall we? Kolya!
Vasilisa, you are alive. When I came back, I thought you were gone.
Forgive me, dears. I couldn't protect your wedding.
Are you kidding, Vasa? If not for you, there would be no wedding at all.
And besides, we know that wasn't your fault. It was that nobleman. If not for you, then Nikolai would be still running through the forest as a wolf.
We have to make haste. Since Vasilisa is here, we'll hold the marriage ceremony today. I'll go get you, and then we'll go the Vilgar Church.
I think you will. But this time
God be with us. Let's not tarry.
Excuse me? Why you did that? Don't do that. What did we learn? Kikimoras. Various mythological beings like to spin and weave, but it is seldom put to practical use. You can't take yarn from a kikimora, the saying goes. To see a kikimora weaving meant there would be death in the family. To hear a kikimora rattling bobbins meant trouble. However, if a kind spirit took up the spinning wheel, he could weave fortune, health, or luck. In ancient Greek mythology, Ariadne's thread is a guide from one world to another, as well as the magic skein, which guides a well-known Russian fairy tale character to a faraway kingdom, the world of the dead. Oh yes, weaving in many cultures, ancient cultures, was not only a practical practice, but a spiritual practice. So the Greek myth and the Northern Russian myths being, or the Slavic myths being only two of the more famous ones, but you can find gods of weaving or gods that have a specific connection to weaving and weavers of various kinds, both the weaving of tales, the weaving of, as well as the weaving of fate, but also the weaving of cloth on occasion, are all very interconnected, and they tend to be very powerful. To be able to weave together a spell, for one, is a practice across many of the non-Christian religions, be it for a story, thread, or the weaving together of rushes or hay, stalks or hay or grains, the weaving together of a flower crown, those types of things have all been used in various spells, zagavors, whatever you want to call them, and ritualistic practices amongst the world. So to see how far spread that kind of practice is. So if you've ever made a flower crown or woven together a friendship bracelet in your youth, as I have done, as many friends of mine have done, you have also participated in the practice. And as a tabletop RPG storyteller, I have also woven together stories with my friends and bonded with them that way too. So to say that friendship is magic is not far from the truth. And although this is not a new concept, My Little Pony is still very cute. So there you go. All right, next visitor.
Vasilisa, Yegor Yevlampovich, God be with you.
Oh, we saved her.
God be with you.
We saved them both.
I heard that you're back, so I came to thank you. If not for you, I'd still be a wolf, until God took me to his kingdom. I know that you helped. The forest grandpa told me so, the one that led me out of the woods. I gave him some gifts.
Oh, yeah, here you go. Some presents from me. Not much, but take it, please.
Well, see you at the church this evening.
All the people we saved are coming to give thanks for the fact that we have saved them.
Why are we walking into this scary izba, Akulina?
Quiet, you fool! We have to thank her, don't we? Oh, Vasilisa! Hello, old Igor!
Well, hello, lads.
Thank you, Vasilisa, for lifting Petka's curse.
Thank you, Vasilisa. Here, take my flute and help you deal with Kilduns. Well, it's time for us to go. We'll marry off Nikolai at last in the evening.
I needed this earlier. I definitely needed this earlier.
Vasilisa, how are you so good at everything? I wish I could learn from you. I would have saved Petka myself. Remember that time we were looking for the wedding curse, Petka?
Well, I'm not so sure what I remember. I know that we have to keep the wedding safe. Let's do just that.
Careful there. Don't go where you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Oh, child. Okay, it says resistance, which means immunity, essentially. I needed that. White crown and black crown is so dangerous to me. What would I give up for it? I would give up bless for it. Yes, I would. Not have that lock me out of being able to cast Zagavors? Yeah. No, that's very good. Very, very good.
Howdy, Lisa! You saved me again.
Fedka.
Here, I brought you what I had.
Perhaps you should pay your debts instead of giving me money, Vedka. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, but I appreciate it.
So, how have you been? Do you remember anything?
Yeah, thanks to you. I know you didn't want me to be the best man. Well, when you're right, you're right. I thought a lot about your words. I will follow your advice. Right, so Kolya's wedding isn't still finished. We need to prepare. At least let's carry out this ceremony in full swing. Well, see you at the church.
We'll see you there, Fedka. Maybe he will finally get his life straightened out. I don't know. We can hope.
Thank God, you are here. Whole village sent me. There's trouble in the village. We can't manage without knowers. Oh, here. We chipped in for gifts for you. Here. Some heat outside, right? We've been walking with a rattle to stave off the trouble. We need to do that, otherwise we'll burn at night. Oh, but we had to come to you, so we came the only way we could.
Enough wailing. Talk sense.
Right, so the other day it was my turn to go with the rattle, so I was coming to my Avin. We came from the north quite recently. So I'm walking, and it's dark. It seems as if someone is calling to me. It is known that Satan always tempts man.
I mean, we are nowhere, and trouble comes to find us. Let's be honest.
So I walked towards the Avins. I asked for an invitation, as is proper. I look inside and see something moving. So I start saying, "Let God arise." And in return I hear, "Dirt in your eyes." Oh Lord, have mercy. I was so scared. Next I say, "And all his enemies perish." And here, an asp will be shaking. So I ran, there's Satan there, and the Avinik is planning something evil. I could just feel it. And think that we used to bring them offerings, vodka and bread, and it's never enough for those demons.
Novinik is a malevolent spirit associated with the threshing house.
All right. If I have time, I have a look.
Oh, thank you, mistress. We'll mention you in our prayers.
Well, they paid me, so I suppose there's no way around it. Off into the wilds we go. We can take Proshka Voipel. We can take Yegor. He, essentially boosts curse But we have not yet had Karnish as our ally, and I would like to find out what he does. So we're gonna take him to the riverbank. It seems strange to see the sunrise, see the sun again. I forgot how beautiful the sunset is. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen the sun. We've been lost in the fog. For a while.
Since you were locked in Nimzia, summer has entered into full swing. The evenings are filled with the sounds of nature blooming as the solstice approaches. The closer this ancient holiday gets, the thinner the border between worlds becomes. So it also seems at this very moment, as you feel the presence of new chorts near the shores of the Kolva.
Oh, we had a thing. Pagan holidays. Almost all Russian calendar holidays overlap with traditional pagan holidays, with some variation to account for events of the gospel. Some everyday rituals also had pagan elements. Fishermen, when they had a good haul, made an offering to St. Nicholas by smearing the lips of his likeness with fish blood. The same was done by the hunters. Peasants could also punish the saint. Whenever a cow was lost in the forest or mauled by beasts, a peasant would carry an icon to the stables and whip it with reins. Because apparently, punishing your saints is how it works. Okay, well... These aren't exactly that dangerous, so I'm going to... That's 6. That should kill you. We'll hit you next. And curse everybody, so that whoever survives does less damage. He does bless. Sweet. Let's go. Nobody survived. Ooh, inflict damage equal to the enemy's waste status. Find an order and read it, then remove from the book till the end of battle. Or double waste. So this levels the waste build. We have had the damage and defense build. We have had the status build. Then we had the curse build, the swipe build. Now the waste build? Is that where we're at? I think that's correct. I'm gonna take this one. I'm not gonna equip it. I'm gonna take it. Bridge over the Kolva. This bridge is sometimes haunted. It could be water chorts from the Kolva, who often turn up here. Ooh, I didn't do the optional. I will go do it in a minute.
When you approach the old bridge, you realize the demons are waiting for you, clumsily trying to hide among the rotting logs. You've seen these chorts before, on that fateful day of the fight with Alexander.
Let's deal with
You
them.
don't leave anything to chance, and read the first Zagavar.
I'm not gonna get surprised this time, you jerks. Alright, damage me, damage me, damage me. You have damage absorption, as do you. So damaging you will do nothing. But this guy? This guy. Oh, yes. Bless me, please. This is the only thing that is well-versed. It's not gonna kill him. That's only 43. We will be cursing everybody. Let's see if we can get him killed. Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna take some damage. It'll be fine. Didn't quite get it, but I did I will be taking less damage than I otherwise would. Damage absorption is over. They are going to give themselves damage absorption again. Okay. So that should take you out. You are going to take that. You are going to take this, and I am going to hurt you badly afterwards. Some vampirism. Alright. He has damage absorption. I don't have a way to negate that. So we'll just, I guess, put waste on him. Alright, let's do that. Damage absorption we've kind of burned through, that's fine. And then he dies to the waste. Ooh, remove random status, that's fun. Waste restores health instead of dealing damage. Interesting. I'll take it. We may have to redo our build in the near future, so he is the Bless ally. Interesting. Good to know. The road to Azovka. This high road goes from the village and along the river and then disappears over the horizon.
You see a man pensively walking towards the river in the glare of the setting sun. He glances at you with piercing eyes and continues to gaze at the shimmering Kolva in the distance. He seems to be muttering something to himself.
That helps.
Oh, there's no need to be pleasant, witch. I know you. I know a lot of things.
Pretty sure we've met this priest before.
But I don't care about that. I, in my cognition, have stained myself with knowledge to such a degree that it is as if I've been living on this earth since the dawn of time, more than 5,000 years. And all this without your chorts.
I mean, it may not be the same guy, but it's definitely the same art.
You may have the books, you may have hundreds of chorts. I don't care for that. I am here to contemplate the eternal. And what do I get from talking to you? It's a waste of time. You go and fuss with your chorts. This is your way. But I'm off to enjoy this beautiful summer sunset on the bank of our Kolva. Though it's still cold, it hasn't warmed up yet. Well, be on your way. I must go to the river.
While you think about the man's enigmatic words, he disappears into the warm haze of the sunset. Could it be his speech wasn't really that incoherent?
He was definitely a monk. a man contemplating everything. Ooh, the market. Let's go find out what's at the market. There's probably things that we will want.
At the crossroads of two trade routes, you see the annual fair. Despite the late hour, trading is still taking place. Perhaps you might buy something for your journey. A multitude of goods can be found. Prianics, as well as a variety of magic trinkets. There's something for everyone here.
I'm now hungry because I really want a pryanik. Alright, let us go to the peddler first
Low
this time.
prices, come and see. Buy some herbs and other goods I've brought for you from the...
Alright. Let's see what I can upgrade. This is plus 10 to healing. Bonus plus 3, but we have better. Okay. We can sell that, because we have better. Marked which ones are equipped. Let's see it. Is that the equipped one? I didn't think it was. This is by 2. This one is by 1, so I can sell that one. Oh, it's not in here because I can't sell it, because I need it. That's fine. But I am... I'm taking this. Okay, what else do we have here? 2 herbs, replenishes health, immunity. Inflicts damage equals to the number of pages in Zagavor. Decomposure. Deals 5. Strengthens spikes and weakness. Strengthens regeneration. We have prayer. This is piety, eloquence black. Gain bless. Gain vampirism. Gain spikes. We have dealt with this. So bird of curses, bird of waste, neither of which we want. We have one. I am just not impressed with it, so we're just gonna put that back. Gain plus 4 vampirism. Words heal 4 times more health. No, I think we're good. What's this one? Gain more orders and keys at the start. Gain avert evil 3 and plus 5 health, which could replace this immunity, actually. Because positive statuses cannot be removed. Absorbs the next negative status. So this only gives me immunity to those 2 negative statuses. This would give me immunity to any negative statuses for the first 3 rounds. And it would up my health. Hey, Fen! It's going well. It's going well. Welcome in, by the way. I appreciate you. We have, I don't know if you've played any since the last time you were here and was like, you caught up to me. So if we are firmly in spoilers land from here on out for you if you have not. Immunity spikes. That's for Durak, this one, and these are all the things that we've decided against. Okay, I think that's it for what I want. I am gonna take some honeycomb. and some solodelic, because those are herbs. And be happy with what I have, honestly. Let's see. Is there anything... I don't really want to sell this. What? Is there anything that I want to get rid of? I think I have the upgraded version of this. So this is on the first turn, but this is at the start of each round. Because it strengthens ward. This increases, gives prayer, battle start. This strengthens prayer by 2. Gained +2 prayer and battle start. Strengthens status prayer +2. Not really in a prayer build. No, I'll just keep them all. It's fine. It's fine. Alright. That is so sad, Fen. I know that you're a busy woman, though, so I understand, but I know that you will enjoy it, so I hope that you get back to it soon. Herbalist, what do you have? I can go whole hog here. I will take this. I do not need any more Cuckoo's Tears. Rotten mushrooms, no thanks. Incense, I'll take. Bewilder, I don't really care. I've not been impressed with snake herb. I don't really need more Adam's Head. Mash, not so much. Bogmore, no. Royal Eyes, absolutely. I haven't really felt the need to use Dung Lips. I'm gonna sell the one I have. Break Herb, I'll take. Morteshka Herb, I'll take. Thistles, I'll take. Heck yeah. Peter's Cross, we have some of. This one, we have plenty. I'll take that. I don't have any of that. Dog Mushroom, I do like. I like this one too. So that's most of our money. Not all of it this time, but most of it. Pretty happy with what I have. Nice. That leaves me enough money to contemplate the book merchant, but honestly we get into enough fights that we end up having to like take pages we already have. So I'm gonna go bet my money on the card players.
The players are carried away by a game of Durak.
I'm gonna go hard. So Mr. Scrake, if you're still paying attention, please come help me. We're gambling today. But I do have two tricks. Two for witching Durak. I do have a peek and a switch that I can use once each. And hearts are a trump suit, so I could attack, but this peddler is my ally. So the peddler is attacking Arkip, which I think is, I'm not entirely sure what Arkip means, but I don't believe it is a name because they are both named that. So I could attack. This is not the trump suit, so why not? Let us make them waste more. One of them even wasted a heart. They've laid down an 8, so I could continue attacking if I wanted to. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I think this is where I call it. Okay. We only have one heart. We don't have either of those. But we could switch something. Or we could peek. I'm just gonna take them. Alright, it's the other guy's turn to attack. He's attacking the peddler. That seemed to sort itself out. More attack. He's gonna take them? I apparently do not have what I need to help. Yeah, I just don't have high enough cards to help. Apparently. This may not be going in our favor. Alright, we can counter... Counter... Let's peek what they have left. He's got a heart. He has 2. And we have, like, too much of everything else. You still have a heart. I have none. Okay. Alright, time to start attacking. You are going to take cards. Okay. Alright, peddler, it's up to you. I believe in our peddler. We win.
You win.
Whew. Look at that. Nice. We didn't lose all of our money. Alright, Azova village. Let's go find out what's going on over there. This village is not far from Vilgort. That's why there are so many familiar faces.
You see a Khaldun approaching. He lives in one of the neighboring villages. You scarcely know him. He notices you and comes closer. In his hands, you see a beautiful bag, decorated with striking floral patterns. You have a bad feeling about this.
What are you up to, dude?
Is this you, Vasilisa? My, you've grown into such a beauty. Well, look at you. And I didn't recognize you at first. Well, looking good, eh? A girl like you needs a nice bag. A witch needs one all the more, to carry books and such.
The Khaldun gives you his bag.
Here, it won't cost you much.
The warlock stands with the bag outstretched. Do we buy the bag or do we decline? I have a feeling it's full of chorts. We can afford the bag easily. Do we buy it, though? He sounds like a snake oil salesman. He does a little bit. He does a little bit. What do we think? Chat, what do we think? Do we buy the bag or do we decline? We have a bad feeling already. You're probably right. Still, it might be useful to have some demons, or it's a fight. I'd say yes. Enjoy your new XP and cards. It could just be a bag of chorts for me to handle, too. So, why not? We'll buy the bag.
Thank you. Such a pretty thing.
Well, good for you. Looking good, by the way. So long, Vasilisa.
Alright.
In the blink of an eye, the warlock is gone. At least you have the bag. You open it up and see a swarm of chorts inside. This wicked warlock gave you a cursed item. You can't just leave the bag, as it has spells on it that prevent you from doing that. You let out a groan. More chorts in need of a job.
Yep. More chorts, more chorts. So, the Bag of Demons, +2 damage to pages inflicting damage, increases health by the number of chorts at work, increases the number of received sin by 1. Honestly, I put my chorts to work a lot. I currently have 10 chorts all at work. So, what if I did this? I'm gonna get a lot more sin. I kind of like my opening volley of all the damage, though. This needs to go here. No, all the damage. I'll just keep the bag on me. It's fine. Such a mean old man. Let's go to the old baths on our way to the drying barns. This is the place Kolya and I disenchanted his bride. Seems like it was years and years ago. Oh. I cannot travel at this time? Why not? Oh, because I have to leave the location. Now I can go there. We are off. To the banya.
On your way to the Avins, you look inside the banya that you saved Nikolai's bride from. The twilight is thick with tension, and the air smells like a storm. The Abdiricha is likely to continue her grim existence beneath the floor. After the events at Balut, you have a strange thought. Should you burn this banya with all the evil spirits inside it? However, you are unsure if this would get rid of the chorts.
Burn the banya, close the door. What do we do? What do we think, chat? Do we burn the banya or do we close the door? It may not destroy the evil spirits inside. It possibly could cause them to move. Everyone knows this banya has been abandoned, and generally it is not in use, so we could just close the door and leave them be. To rot. Burn it. My goodness, Trav, your firebug is coming out to play. Anybody else have any thoughts on this? In the end, I will make the choice, but I'm happy to hear from you guys. I do love my chat. I mean, chatting with me is, of course, an option. It is optional. But I do love to hear from all my friends. It's an experiment to see whether it'll get rid of the evil spirits. If it does, we have a new option going forwards. That's true. That's fair. Why not? If you would prefer not to burn the banya after you find out what happens to burning the banya, feel free to grab the game for yourself.
You light the fire, and the dry logs are quickly engulfed with flames. You head for the exit, but several possessed coals stand in your way. You need to hurry before the roof collapses.
It's a time to fight with a short swarm. We have to kill them very quickly. They're gonna put waste on me. I can put waste on them in return. And this is a terrible starting hand for this, honestly. So I am going to where is it? This guy is at 11. 7 plus 7 is 14, so that should kill him. Alright, hopefully that does the trick. All of them one turn, let's go. We have more. They're all going to put waste on me if I don't kill them this turn. Okay. Well, it's time to become immune to the waste. Just immune. You, all of you. Done. Wow. Eternal. Interesting. I'm gonna go with Herod Bones this time. Alright, let's see what's going on with the drying barns. We have burnt them down, burnt down the banya, destroyed the embers, pissed off a demon. It's fine. These are the barns on the outskirts of Vilgor that woman was speaking about, the one who came to our house.
You frown at the very sight of the skewed Avin. The evil spirits that like to hide in shadowy corners of this building are rarely friendly. Although these supernatural creatures are relatives of Domovoy's, they like nothing more than to punish their hosts for the tiniest violations of etiquette. They might start a fire, or, in extreme cases, wind their hair on a rake and hang from the ceiling.
Do we just get rid of them, or do we enter the Ovine and find out what happened? Because, again, we could just sort out the problem, and they will go back to being closer to Domovoy than not. Or we could just get rid of them entirely. Like, we have kind of made it a thing where we talk to the spirits before fighting with them, and then if they really want to fight with us, we'll fight with them then. But we could just be like, we've got other shit to do. Death. What do we think, chat? I would be interested to see how this game plays out with as few chorts as possible being in your control. I think that would change a lot of things, honestly. Possibly even change decisions that you have available to you. actually know what the sin mechanic is going to do for us in the end. We're still waiting on that one. I have so much of it, though. I mean, I could have way more. I have all 89. Yikes. What are we thinking? You've successfully talked with them before? I have successfully talked to these types of spirits before. A minimum sin run? It's thought. I mean, I'm not even doing a maximum sin run. I, like, kind of whole hogged it the very, very beginning and then regretted and was like, no, minimize. Holy shit, minimize. Let's go
You
talk to
step
them.
inside and shudder thinking about the forthcoming discussion with the Chorts, which is sure to be unpleasant. The corners shimmer with the eyes of unfriendly spirits.
Look, I still have the possibility to get rid of them, so let's talk and see how that goes.
Let me into your Avin, kind host.
Khaldun! You came to get rid of us. Hear you out. Hear you out. Then we will see.
See, Carnish
Wait,
is on our side.
I came to talk to you. The peasants complain that you won't leave them be.
We? Well, they won't leave us be.
You Avinix can be pleased. It's even trickier than with Banix.
A witch like you can't understand our sophistication. Now leave before we hang you by your hair.
Why are the Avinix unhappy with the peasant woman?
She did ask for an invitation. They've given offerings. Was it the prayer or the time? Might have been the prayer. They seemed to be very angry about it. I could take a hint. But I think it might have been the prayer.
You don't like prayers, and she started reading one.
Right. You're correct in your thinking. It's not for nothing that humans call you knowers. That's right. Then you only quite God-fearing, but not to mention her prayers are proper and old. We can't stand them. They're worse than the new ones. All right. If you can convince her not to read prayers in the Avins, we'll stop bothering her.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
All right, be it as you wish.
Well, thank you. Until we meet again. Witch.
The Avinix disappear into their dark holes with muffled pops. You return to the road.
We'll let her know. Don't read prayers in the Ovine. You will be fine. Just let the little demons be, and they will not harass you. All right, time to go to the wedding. The ill-fated wedding. The rumor is the White Church is getting an annex. It's not too surprising. This village is huge. All right.
The setting sun gilds the forest on the outskirts of Vilgurt, as well as the white sides of the stone church. You've arrived early to question the church workers about the things you need for the ritual. Old Yegor has already found the monastery thread, so all you have to find is a towel, a knife, and a fresh corpse.
Time to go pick our herbs, because that's what we do first.
The caretaker stands guard at night here. There's quite a bit of wealth in the church. The caretaker stands guard at night here.
Sometimes there's 3 things, sometimes there's 2. They've got planks for the annex. There are cracks in the church.
What a pretty church. A stone one. But I still like the wooden ones more. They're cozier, I think. All of a sudden, I feel uneasy near the churches.
Oh no, the sin.
What a pretty church. A stone one.
The sin. I have so much of it.
Looks like the groom came in early, too. The sun colors the treetops in a beautiful way. That's Čerdeňu Jest for you. What a place. The sun colors the treetops in a beautiful way.
Alright, let's go deal with the beggar first.
I remember you, witch. You helped me that time and gave me some money. I remember everything. Don't judge me by my age.
I would never.
They say you Kulduns need dead men and black pages. A woman died not far from here. Someone killed her.
I need a dead man who suffered from pain.
A victim of the fever. There are some of those in the Uyezd. Oh, the things I've heard. A fever struck in the village of Kalchuga. Spread to everyone. People are dying. Oh, Lord, save us.
So I will find the dead man I need in Kalchuga.
Thank you, little beggar woman. You have saved me some time and effort. Anything over here? No, just
Hello there, Vasya.
the sentry.
What are you doing here? You used to trade in that shop.
Ah, the owner kicked me out. He works there himself now. He says times are hard. That's all right, though. I'll save up some money and open my own shop. Everything will be proper there. No bugs or cockroaches like that.
And where's the old caretaker? That Nikiforovich?
Oh, you haven't heard? It happened the other day. He killed this one woman, so the police took him.
Oh dear.
What do you mean, killed? He was such a kind man. Used to give me sweets all the time.
Well, you never know. They come for the morning prayer, and he's sitting there on the church porch. A church knife in his hands. Some woman by his feet.
But I need a church knife.
One of those who settled on the outskirts recently. You don't know her. And Nikiforovich sits there, all bug-eyed, and mumbles something to himself. A frightening sight.
Well, we need the body of a person who has recently died from fever, not someone who's been murdered. So that's not the body for us, but it sounds like he was a little bit possessed.
I hope he didn't lose his mind because of his caretaking job.
Where did the policeman take him?
To the town, they say. To some major department.
So, to Čerdeň.
Right, over there.
And where's the knife that he killed the woman with?
I don't know. The police must have taken it. The kids from Vilgert wanted to have a look at it, and didn't find it in the church.
Well, that's inconvenient for us. Alright, we've learned the news. Let's go to this wedding. We've got the lead on a couple of items, though we may have to steal. Alright, Old Yegor, the priest, Nikolay. We have many people to talk to. Ah, the donations box.
Church donations are placed here. Looks like everyone is looking at the newlyweds, so you can take the money unnoticed.
No. Don't need it. Thank you very much.
So many people came. So much has happened to Nikolai. Everyone is curious. So many people came.
Howdy, Vasilisa! Thank you for not leaving me.
You can say that again. I also want to get married and not to a wolf.
We saved him too.
Oh, Vasilisa! Thank you for saving me.
You're welcome, Ephraim.
I'll pay you back. If you ever need an izba built, I'll make you an excellent one.
I can't believe we made it to the church.
Thanks for everything, Vasilisa. Finally, the day has come when the Abdiriha has no power over me.
I think I need to talk to old Yugor.
So, did you ask about the items you need?
Not yet.
Go find it out.
Oh, okay. I do have to talk to the priest first.
Well, Vasilisa, you've become quite famous in my parish. I never thought I'd see you changeling bride again. It seems that your choice of a name from the Svetsi worked out.
It did, Abe. It did.
You helped me with the fields that time, diverted the trouble. I brought you some baked goods as soon as I learned you would arrive today. Here, have some.
You've known me for a long time, Father. I need your help. I know you don't approve of my craft, and the craft of my grandfather. But we also do a lot of good, you know that.
Well, yes.
Give me the towel of the patron saint. I will put it to a good cause.
That's all very well. Perhaps I would give it to you, but I don't have it. My deacon took it.
Of course he did.
Why would he need it?
I don't know who he takes himself for. He went to Penchek. They say the church there became haunted, and so he went to help. While I'm staying here, doing all the work.
So he's in Pintiag, rescuing a church from the devil. That Saveli must be joking. Well, I hope no one is sick in the Uyezd.
I heard something like that, but I don't go around spreading rumors. I'm not some kind of a beggar, you see.
Ah, and so this is our hint to go talk to the beggar outside if we haven't already.
Will you lend me an Easter knife?
Is this some kind of joke to you?
No,
You know, Washa, there will come a day when my patience runs dry.
Yay. Well.
So, did you ask about the items you need?
I think I know where I can find them.
Great! Should we start the wedding ceremony?
Let us begin. I've done everything else.
Yes, I do. I will draw a circle and wait for Alexander.
Then, let's start.
Here we go. Time to defeat Alexander once and for all. You would think it would be at the gate rather than that far away from the gate, but whatever.
Solemn sounds of prayer escape the church. You fend off dark thoughts and walk in circles as you wait for Alexander. If he started to ruin a wedding, he has to finish it. Or at least try to. You don't wait long.
Vasilisa,
Alexander.
Ah, it's you, damn little Khaldun. You're the reason I had to go riding in the woods for God knows how long. I'm surprised you dare to finish what you've started. You think you can take me on this time?
listen. I want to explain myself. You'll understand why I need this book so bad.
I'll hear him out. It'll waste his time some more.
Well, all right. Tell me. I'll decide what should I do with you after that.
I'm sorry. I'm guilty for what I've done to these people. Believe me, I want to help them. I'll make them a wedding gift.
A gift? You already gave one. If not for me or grandfather, who knows how it all would end?
Yes, I am guilty, but I had to explain it to you from the start.
You had to. You had to. You want the book.
Yes, I need it. But for a good cause. A great cause. Worthy of this artifact.
You're a smooth talker. But no one curses weddings for a good cause.
You're a witch yourself. You have a whole barn of charts, right? Don't tell me you never made a wrong step along the way. Yes, I am to blame for this. As well as for many other things. But look around you. Do you think these people live well? Until quite recently, the peasants depended solely on the nobility. They comprised the most miserable estate. Is it any better now? I want to help you. Help all people.
I want Chorts to serve each and every one of them and do all the work. With the Black Book, I can this come true.
What's up, Mr. Scrake?
Imagine how beautiful the world would be when no one is burdened with the hardships of slave labor. You will be free to study science and art, and all thanks to this. Yes, this discovery.
Oh, he's an idealist, but... Oof. Do we know what year approximately is right now? 1780 something. I don't remember offhand. No, it would be in this one. I don't think it gives dates in here is the problem. It gave us a date at the very beginning, so in his defense, he has a big point. I mean, it's an idealism that has come down through the history many, many times. The ability... Because in Imperial Russia, slavery was up till 1841. Right. So this is post the slavery area of Imperial Russia, but not so long that it wasn't just a couple of generations ago. It's the 1870s. So a couple of generations ago, people were still enslaved, and they are coming out of that whole understanding. But to enslave Chorts to take the place of enslaved people is essentially no better than the people who enslaved them to begin with. Like, that's the problem with this ideology, is to enslave something else to do the work for you, you become no better than the slavers before you. There's nothing wrong with labor. Some people are suited to certain types of labor better than other people. And everyone, everyone has their strengths and weaknesses. So letting people find the labor that they are good at and enjoy is something to be said. But enslaving another being to take the place of you being a slave is to become no better than the slavers who enslaved you to begin with. So he is a revolutionary, or of a revolutionary mindset and idealism, but he is essentially trying to bring about the exact same thing the people, up until a few generations ago did to his ancestors. And yes, the freedom to pursue the study of science and art is all well and good as an idea, but not everyone likes science. Not everyone enjoys art. Not everyone is good at either of those things, Or as we call it, creepack. No, that's not the right view at all. Chorts will twist things. It's not that it's immoral to use chorts, it's that it's insanely stupid and dangerous. Being merely immoral suggests that it could be adjusted until it was moral. You are correct, Trav. And it, again, chorts being what they are, devils and spirits with ill intent, generally speaking, they are dangerous and they are difficult. And to master chorts is to understand that you are spreading suffering even as you are making them do chores. Like, this is not a smart play, Alexander, no matter which direction we look at it in. It is not a smart play. But he is a passionate idealist. Unfortunately. So, I cannot fault him for wanting a better life for his people than what his ancestors got. I can't fault him for wanting people to be less tired at the end of every day, but there is a joy in finding your place in the world and doing the work that entails. It is, being a serf is not a perfect system. Feudalism was never a perfect system to begin with, but and slavery, as we know, is bad. It's bad. There is something to be said for the willing slave, but you are, if you are a willing slave, that is a contract. That is not, being put to work against your will. You have the right to say no in that situation. You have the right to say, this is too far. This is not something I want. So yeah, it's a lot of complication. Essentially, I don't agree with Alexander. I think that he is an overly ambitious idealist who hasn't really thought this all the way through. Perhaps to the point of zealotry, and zealots are bad too.
That which lies behind the seals of the Black Book.
I'm not saying the Vasilisa is any better. She has decided to forsake her immortal soul to get back someone she lost, but...
You want the church to walk the plow too?
The plow and also fishing and hunting. Upon their wings, humanity will be able to soar like a bird, from one town to another, better than any of the technical discoveries of the modern world.
Oh, Alexander, you have no idea what technical discoveries have yet to come.
We will enter a new age. An age when man has harnessed the powers of hell.
The book fulfills a wish.
Yes, I know. I will make my wish into a Zagavar. I have some notes. This will be an age of wonders. Everyone will partake the fruits of the new epoch.
Yeah, warlocks. He would make the world into warlocks. How often does that screw over the warlock in question? Let's be fair. He has not thought this all the way through.
Enough of your fairy tales. I've heard everything I need.
I'm warning you, Vasilisa. I won't back down. Today, you are stronger than me, but that won't last forever. You must agree. My goal, the way I want to use the book, is the most important thing that we Khalduns can do for Russia and the world.
No. You have not thought this all the way through. No. So if you're stronger than him, he's not going to fight you now? Oh, he's gonna fight me, but only because I refuse him. He wants to take the book from me. Russia in 1917? No, this is 1870 something. The revolution time is yet to start. This is pre-revolution time, but... Could you imagine the revolution with Chorts involved? Ugh, terrible things. I mean, I'm sure that they blamed most of the awfulness of war on Chorts anyway, but still.
You speak well, but I feel that you're lying again. Like the fiery snake you tested me with. Go away, or I'll make you forget about the book forever.
I'm not the same Khaldun that I was recently. You must give me the book!
Here we go again. He's gonna do two things. We need waste. Did I get waste? I did. I'm also gonna be burning blood for when he does damage to me. Just remove that ward from you, my mans. You don't get to have it. This is the thing, though, is he's gonna remove negative statuses. Maybe I want to keep my waste until later. What if we do well-versed instead? And just deal damage. He may, in fact, go first. Actually, if he goes second, then this would not be or not. I'll also put some of this on. Okay. So he's gonna hit me. Clear negative statuses and take some block. I don't care about that. I want to put the negative statuses on. I don't know how long they're gonna go for, but we've got Bloodburn on. So now he does less damage to us, and this, he's gonna summon some friends. Okay. Well. Well-versed goes down. I don't care if I get hit first, so we're gonna deal that. We're gonna do that. It's not going to do anything. Negative statuses. Put on regen. Not worried about Lazarus just yet. We could double his curse. Yeah, let's just double it. Wipe out these positives, so let us do some good boost tiers for our healing. Go. Here's his friend. I do not care about the minions because they will die as soon as their master dies, so that is fine. Don't have any that. We're going to up regen twice. Just smack him. He's gonna summon more spirits, that's fine. We're quite dire enough for Lazarus yet, so deal as much damage as possible. Every one of them is going to get some
This
waste
time,
for it.
I'm ready. You'll pay for what you've done.
Believe me, Vasilisa, there's no price too great for my cause.
No, I know, but I'm mocking him for saying it's for Russia. Then revolution kicked in. Yeah, absolutely. All right. You're doing the most damage, so let's put some curse on you. Do some healing, I guess. Doesn't really have any. Yeah, I'm just gonna do damage anyway, it's fine. still have? We do not. Let's put it back on. Eloquence comes back. Here we go. He's gonna go first, that's fine. He just wiped out all the stuff that I had on him, which is fine. But unfortunately for him, he gets it back, so. Burst back on you. Waste back on you. Oh, heck yeah. Style on you. Weakness to everybody. Let's go. Get blessed. And we've got eloquence. We've got regen going. Care about that necessarily. More or less. Heck yeah. Let's do it. It's gonna hurt. Still hurts. Oh no, one more damage. You die to the waste. Alright, he cannot do nearly as much, and he has to resummon his friend, so that's good for us. I'd like to just do a lot of damage to you. You are going to go first. I cannot do white pages, so let us... where is it? Get our health back up. Get wrecked. This guy's gonna die to the waste.
Do you really think that the demons are capable of helping anyone? All they can do is harm.
Doesn't the book grant you the powers to save your beloved? It will be of use to all of the peasants, not you alone.
Yeah, so he's gonna summon again, but this does wipe out all the things that I put on him. Unless... No, that's fine. Can put weakness back on him. We'll just bump up regeneration. Here we go. He called a friend, wiped all of the debuffs that we put on him. That's fun, because we're going to wreck the shit out of him. So Now, if I accidentally get killed by these guys doing tons of damage to me, I will come back. Alright. We're gonna take some damage here. That's fine. Pierce has gotten stronger. Need ward. More Cuckoo's Tears for that healing. Damage absorption, haha. It only worked once, but that's perfectly fine. But curse means that they do a lot less damage. He is trying to bless himself and heal himself. That's fine. That's fine. Let's take more pages. We're not really using this, so that's fine. Wipe out anything, so like that. Hey, Plague Doctor Man, how you feeling today? I'm a tad late to stream because I had D&D scheduled. Hey, I go to D&D. I wholly approve of your D&D time. Please, please. I'm just kicking Alexander's butt. That's fine. Got him. Got him. Increase bless by 7 with every health loss. Holy crap, Bell Tower is crazy. New level.
Alexander crumples, again stripped of his power by your sorcery. You read more Zagavers, and the nobleman writhes in agony. Leaving him in the dirt, you join the wedding guests leaving the church, congratulate Nikolai and his bride, and head home. You have to decide what item you should use to begin the preparation for the Kupala ritual.
You're feeling far better? Your stomach is still hurting, but the headaches are mostly gone as well as the coughing. What do new levels get you in this game? Just more health or something greater? Health and other things. I'll show you in a moment. I'm glad that you're feeling better. Make sure that you stay up on the rest, because you need it. If your stomach is hurting, ginger and mint can help with nausea. Bread can soak up whatever problems are going on that may be causing your stomach to hurt. And headaches could be from dehydration as much as fever. So do stay hydrated, please. Yeah. it's an improvement. Hopefully the rest will clear up soon. Yeah, I hope so too, Plague Doctor Man. But I'm glad that you're feeling a little better today, and I hope that you continue on that trend. Ad starts in about 40 seconds for those who are not either a Twitch Turbo user or a subscriber of me specifically. Subscribing to me, of course, helps me the most, but all things are optional. In any case, let me show you what leveling up does. So first it gets me 5 health, so I've upped my health, but it also gives me a point in skill point, which I can use in any of these knowledges. So I've this one you get for free, but I've invested in doing more damage, not so much in defense. I'm more of a hit hard type of girl. I've invested in Durok's tricks for Witch's Durok. I have ensured that I have all 6 of these slots open. You only get 3 to start, and you have to unlock the other 3. I also, but I have not reduced shop prices or upped the amount of one-use items that I can use, or upped my money from visitors. I have allowed myself to draw an additional order and an additional key per turn so that I have more options every turn, but I have not reduced page cost or anything like that. I have, on the other hand, learned tricks to send chorts on meaningless jobs, as well as you have to take this to get the other things, but I have given confusing directives and also reduced the amount of sin that my chorts bring me, in the hopes that I can minimize the sin from my blunder early on. I could up the amount of rubles that they get, but I make a lot of rubles, so I'm not worried about that. Can't Twitch advertise a greater variety of ads? I'm not mad at the ads. I'm mad that they're always the same ones. Yeah. Not really. What do I want? Maybe page creation cost so that it's easier to change my deck? Or do I care about the shop prices? Maybe be able to use more herbs per turn? I actually think that might be the most useful. I agree, Plague Doctor Man. I wish that they had a greater variety of ads, but it could just be that the ads in your area are just that sparse on Twitch, or it could be other factors. I don't really know. I'm not entirely certain whether the ads are that way because of me or you or both. Now I can use more items per turn. So I should be able to use like 2 herbs. Because these are things that you equip that happen on their own things. And these are one-use items, the herbs. So yeah. A new day has dawned. Having the ability to use a bunch of herbs seems
well, isn't that great, huh? Kolya married, and now he and she will have a great life together.
Because you get to pick the name, they didn't want to have to record all the lines with her name multiple times for each name. There are 3 different options. So essentially she's always referenced as the bride until she is now not the bride. I wish they had, instead of going with she, I wish they had used the wife instead. So Kolya and his wife would have been an appropriate use, but this may be also translation issues as well. No, Mr. Scrake, you are not married. However, Nikolai of the game now is. Thank you for the hydrate, Plague Doctor Man. I hope it reminds you to do the same. Water. So good.
Oh, to be young.
Do we even know if old Yegor married at any point? We don't, because we are adopted by him. We call him grandfather because of his age more than anything else, but he has basically been the man who raised us. He is the father figure in our life after our parents died. So I suppose he went by grandfather both because of his age and because he respected the fact that we had parents. I don't know if either one of our parents was actually related to him.
You can't get back those years, you know.
Come on, Grandpa. It's still too early for you to die.
Right. Leave half my age. See how you'll talk then. Well, there's other business to attend to first. Ivan Kupal is coming, and we still have only the strings for the ritual.
Traditional folk festival of the Eastern Slavs dedicated to the summer solstice.
What are you going to look for?
So we have the option to go after the towel, the knife, or the candles. We know the towel is with the deacon trying to uncurse another church or a nearby church. We know that the knife is with the police as a murder weapon. So we may have to sneak into a precinct and steal it. And we know that the candles are made from the body of a person who has recently died from fever. And we know of a place to find that. I don't trust Yegor. Don't know why. I just don't. I mean, he's our grandfather. He raised us. He taught us everything we know about being a Koldun. We are both his granddaughter and his apprentice. And we are basically taking over his business. Does that mean that he has sent us down the correct path? It's quite possible he's the reason our betrothed is dead. We won't know until the end. It's okay to steal a knife from the police. It's not okay to just head into the church and steal another knife from there. Bah. Look, we asked if we could use an Easter knife, and the priest said, you know, you've done some good things for me, but you haven't been that good. I mean, he did accidentally get a woman killed. From, like, the wife of his friend killed. Just saying. He's not a good man. But neither are we. We have 10 chorts who go and do bad things. We send them on tasks to do bad things. And we reap the sin that we sow, essentially. So we are not a good person either. Well, I'm going to see what happens in order. Yes, he absolutely sent you down the right path. He's doing this to give you all his chorts, hand over the Book of Evil, and essentially offload his problems on you. He's doing all this so that he has a not-so-horrible afterlife. Yeah, basically. But, like, no Koldun lives forever. He is trying to relieve himself so that he doesn't become, you know, an evil Koldun like his friend once. Like the shepherd that he apprenticed under became. You're biased for me because I'm awesome and he's not? Aw. Well, I don't know if Vasilisa is any better than old Yegor, but I try to be a nice person. Shame about you, but you're not his daughter, are you? Nope. Well, as far as I know, I may not be related to him at all. He also may be the reason my parents dead. He also may be the reason that my betrothed is dead. I don't know. We may find out in the end just how deep the rabbit hole goes. But here we go.
That church towel Saveli took to Pentiag. The priest said that he's fighting with some evil spirits in Church of the Epiphany.
The official date of construction for the Church of the Epiphany is sometime in the 16th century, although it is not certain. It is unlikely that it existed before that as a chapel.
Yeah, he always wanted to be some kind of an inquisitor or something.
Aw, crap, the Inquisition.
The churchkeeper killed some witch right in front of his church. He was taken by the police to Cherdyn, where that knife is. Only God knows. The rumor is that there's a fever in the score. I'll go and find some corpses there, I gather.
Alright. Towel, knife, or candles? Which one do we start with? We will have to go through all of them, but this is essentially the game letting us to branch out on a different path. I do not know if picking one path causes problems for a different path. I just know that to get to the next, to break the next seal, the fern seal, we will have to get all the items. All the seals say something. It's interesting. So, a solitary sun stands by the seal. He opens it not for the one that can hold the book, but for the one with the strength to open the seals. Seal of aspen, drier than straw, colder than ice, hidden by a child unclean. A stone yields to water, and as bubbles swirl, so do warring waters shield this seal. As long as the shaggy wolf circles the seal, he looks to the town, but no one knows him for who he truly is. Once they do, the seal will open. In the name of my dear friend, I send everyone for prickly pine limbs. Although the forest lords holds the key, not everyone obtains them. As the seas run dry and the stones turn to sand, the seal remain closed, and thus shall it be till the end of time, till you find the flower of fern. And last but not least, the dead seal. In a white sea, a white stone, a dead man perched atop it. The seal is the last. So that's that. We will deal with our chorts in a moment. The towel, of course. What kind of hoopy fruit are you who doesn't know where your towel is? I mean, don't panic. But hoopy, really together guy. Frood, really amazing together guy. Pretty sure that's not what either of those things mean, but Trav, I do understand your reference. Yep, 2 more seals to go. Alright, well. Trav says the towel, so I guess we'll start
That church towel, Saveli, the priest said that he's fighting with some evil spirit.
Yeah, he always wanted to be some kind of an inquisitor or something.
So Pienteg we go.
This church has been long forgotten, and now it's even worse than that. No one knows the reason, so you're going to find it out.
That is if he doesn't try to Inquisition us first.
To Pintiag then. Well, I should start preparations.
Alrighty then. Let's talk to Karnish, who has things to say.
Karr! Karr! I think I fell asleep like Vorsa. Vorsa!
I didn't know that spirits slept.
We do. We do. We quite similar to you people.
What happened to you after Vorsa fell asleep?
Philemon took Nimzia. I tried to stop him. No good, no good. Tried talking to the peasants, but they ran away. I'm still young and can't change forms. If only I could. Could!
Yes, Karnish is a Leshy. Before we broke the last seal, we had gotten lost in a lost city. We had learned about this little village from the paper prior to that, but needless to say, his brother, the older and heir to Vorsha, who is their father, had stolen a city and put his father to sleep. Yes, they are the masters of the forest. So Karnish, being a younger Leshy and not quite powerful enough to even change his form from his original, we found out that Philemon, his older brother, was a Leshy son between the Leshy and a human wife, and that Karnish is a raven son from the Leshy and his raven wife. So Leshies can have kids with all kinds of people. But Vorsha was asleep for a very long time, and now he is awake. Probably teaching Philemon what he did wrong. They do. Philemon, in his actual form, looked like a man covered in moss and mushrooms. Somewhat like a tree covered in moss and mushrooms. So, Karnish being a Leshy son from a raven wife looks like a raven. So he has not obtained the ability to transform into a more human version, which means that he will probably look a bit like Philemon, like a woodman covered in moss and mushrooms, much like his father Vorsha before him. But that's the theory. We may never see the art of that.
But you came and helped. And now, I don't know if it's worth learning how, is it?
Ignorance is darkness. Though it often so happens that knowledge is also darkness. Vorsa looks like a mountain when he sleeps.
Everyone needs their rest. Animals and spirits too.
What do you dream about?
How we lead people astray. Karr! Karr!
He did. Karnish already joined us. He sleeps on our Isba.
Not surprised. That's your favorite pastime.
We dream of different things. I dream of beating the Vidinoi in cards and getting his animals.
I've been thinking about what you told me about Vorsa and his family. So you're telling me he's holding some peasant girl right now?
No, not anymore. Karr! Karr! He was for a long time, but she died of old age. Grew attached to us. She did.
You did. You missed a lot. Thankfully, you can go to my YouTube channel and check out the VOD once I get it up.
Few are the days of man. Few. There's been no other since.
Is he catching them?
Not catching. If someone gets cursed, sent to Leshy, then he takes them. If he makes it before Chorts, that is.
That's fair. So yeah, we still have Proshka up here, and then there's Karnish over here. They're hanging out.
How do you like my new fur? What a glow.
Proshka is Proshka Voipel because he was a chewed god. He's a god. He's reclaimed some of his godhood.
I don't know how to address you now. Proshka or Voipil?
Proshka it is. I've told you that I'll stay with you until all the seals are open. You've helped me, now it's my turn. I'm not scared of any charts. How can they possibly harm me?
What kind of spirit are you?
A chewed one. Permans believed in me in the olden days. My powers have waned. I can catch mice, though.
I think they meant to put waned here, but I understand why it became a V.
You're helping me then again.
Yeah, and my power grows because of that. So I won't leave you.
They do.
You've remembered your past, but won't you forget it all once again?
Yes, you become that what you're doing. If you'll be a Sosietka for 100 years, then you'll become one. If you wouldn't have reminded me of the past, then who knows? Maybe I would have become a hairy old man then in another 100.
Until all the seals are open. That's not as reassuring as I'd like. The moment the last seal is open, we're likely to have a major challenge ahead of us. I don't think he'll fight us. I think he'll just
Enough of this Sosietka business. When you'll free your guy, I go back to mountains.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna leave, go back to the mountains and be a chewed god wandering about.
I will fly around like a free northern wind.
Voipel means northern wind, so that's what he is. He is the chewed god of the northern wind.
I won't forget a thing that way.
Yeah, he'll be gone. It will be sad. Alright, deal with Chorts. You're back, and you're back. This is a meaningless job, and you are very full of sin. This is a meaningless job, and you are very full of sin. Having a meaningless job. As for you, 2 for 7, 2 for 5, 2 for 5, 1 for 7, 2 for 5. Nope, 2 for 7 it is. This is a fire job. You are a strife demon. Good luck completing it. Do I want to put new pages in my book? Rage seems cool. What would I give up for rage? Not Bloodburn. I don't really use this. I will give this up for rage. I do use waste. we do have... This is much like our Bone Curse, which is double curse. I actually kind of like Bone Curse more than I like Herod Bones. This is useful. This is useful. I use this a lot. I use this on occasion. This is useful. I use this. This is... I use. I could take out Koldun Fiend. But the ability to remove status is so good. Bloodburn, I use all the time. Lazarus, I might need in the near future. No. This is... I don't care. Vampirism is nice, but it's fine. Alright. Out of the orders, we can pare down to just the orders I have. Tickling I don't want, because I don't need any more sin. Oh my god, I'm almost at 100. We already have Headless. Waste restores health instead of dealing damage. We have immunity to waste, so this is not that useful for us. But inflicting damage equal to an enemy's waste status could be useful to us. What would we give up for it? Maybe Griga? I like this one. It's useful on occasion. This I'm keeping. Weakness is good. I like these ones. I do a lot of damage with them. This one is useful on occasion. I don't really need it though. I could get rid of this one. We have 2 of these because I like throwing waste when I need it. This is useful. I'm keeping this. These I need. My deck is built around curse mostly. Regeneration is useful in a pinch. I'm not really a block person anymore. Maybe I get rid of this instead. And then the Kilo we're keeping. This literally makes our life so easy. So we will take this. Because we have waste in the deck, and we may as well make use of it. There we go. That's our deck. We've changed it a little bit. Who do we take? Carnish gives Bless. This is, well, we don't have, like, we used to rock the Moose Man to give us Prayer, which increases Bless by 3. But Carnish just gives Bless, so we don't really need to get Bless that way. I like the Well-Versed effect because it means that all of my Well-Versed pages kick butt at the beginning. This is how I'm basically making my money, but maybe I need to switch it out. This is how I keep healing with so few healing Zegavors. I am a curse-based deck, but immunity to Black Crown and White Crown is huge. This hits hard. So I could take the Bag of Demons, but I don't need this. I don't need this, the Sin. I could return Mooseman. I could do Shepherd's Charter, which means that I just take less damage, period. I'll put that in for now. This strengthens Curse. We could bring the Bear Paw back. This gives us immunity to waste, which we sometimes suffer from. Could just give waste the very first round. Could just up our health. I'm not really worried about that. I have enough healing. Oh, I should have sold that because I have this one. This is Battle Start, but this is also Battle Start. But this increases Bless on the turn start, period. Not really a ward build person. Cemetery soil actually could be really powerful as well. The Devil's Cone I could get rid of. Maybe instead of this, I do cemetery soil. And really just powerhouse whack on the first couple of turns. Has that one chort with the sexy deep voice done a good job? Yes. He's doing his thing. Deal damage equal to curse seems far more useful than that one. I have that in my deck, though. So this one, we have... So here's the thing, is I have... where is it? I have two of these that give waste. I have two of these that give curse. This will do damage equal to the enemy's waste status times 2. However, this deals just twice the amount of damage if against an enemy with curse. So this tops out at 12. If I build up enough waste, it doubles that as damage. Huge. I don't believe I have an order that deals as much curse damage times 2. At least not that I remember. We have this. This is our increases curse for 3 turns. Is very handy. And this is the upgraded waste from the original, so... Let's see here. We do have decomposure, which increases waste at the start of their turn. This inflicts damage equal to the number of pages in the Zagavor times 2. Our Zagavors are 4 elements deep, so 8 damage total. Meh. Unless, of course, we have things that do firm, or not firm, but things that do, where is it? Like gestures can add to that, as well as firm. Where is it? Yeah, firm 1 causes them to continue for an amount of turns. So firm 1 is an extra turn of this. Anyway. So it can be more than 8, but it will usually top out at 8, so I'm not worried about that. Avert Evil is fun, but it only works once. However, this is not a swipe page. That's good. Inflict damage equal to health lost on the previous turn could be fun, but meh. Yeah, no. I think I'm happy with what I have. Waste is a poison dot, and curse reduces enemy damage output. Yeah. So waste is damage that procs at the beginning of the enemy's turn. Along with all of the other buffs and debuffs that they have. And curse is a debuff that reduces their amount of damage for each attack by the number of curse that is on them. So that's how that works. Ad starts in about a minute. Just just FYI. Alright, time to do our visitors.
Well, who's there? Maria, is it you?
Hello, old Igor. Vasilisa?
Well, how do you do?
Oh, Vasilisa, everything is quite well. I don't know how to thank you.
Oh, you don't? You must bring gifts to Kolduns, you know?
Yeah, so I have a curse waste deck, essentially. I just debuff the crap out of people, and I have at least enough ways to do that it just hurts them a lot.
Well, I brought some milk.
Oh, good. Good.
We've just moved into my husband's old izba. It has a spacious inner porch. The cattle can live at ease there.
So, why are you here? Did you find that old love charm of yours?
Oh my, no, thank God. Everything would be fine if not for some strange things at night. Some sounds, like a howling or someone crying. I have an old loom, and I hear at night these sounds. Shur, 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 like someone is working on it. It is so scary. I can't sleep. Seems like the Sisetka doesn't like me.
Evil spirits that like to work with yarn. What does she have in her izba? Hellchorts, Sutetsko, Fire Snake, Kikomora. Kikomora. She has a Kikomora. We have learned about these. Here. To see a Kikimora weaving meant that there would be death in the family. To hear a Kikimora rattling bobbins meant trouble. However, if a kind spirit took up the spinning wheel, he could weave fortune, health, or luck. So we know what this is.
The Kikimora weaves at night. Who else?
Oh my lord, what a bad omen. Please help me, Vasilisa. Don't leave me in a lurch. She'll kill me, I can feel it. She looks at me while I sleep, constantly, vigilantly. Only her eyes are glowing in the dark, like pale lanterns.
If we won't drive off this Kikimora, she'll kill her. If not today, then tomorrow, that's for sure.
Very well. I'll visit your place. If I have time, that is.
Thank you, my dear friend. I'll wait for you at home.
I always say if I have time, because they are technically the optional side quests, but I take all the optional side quests. I'm like, more side quests, please. Alright. Last visitor of the day.
Oh, Vasilisa, I found you. Howdy.
Oh, it's the hunter. He's come to say hello since his village is no longer lost in the fog.
So what now? Are you happy leaving free?
Well, yeah. So I'm here on behalf of all the grateful villagers. We've gathered some stuff for you. What we could spare anyway. Alrighty then. I won't take any more of your time. I know you're busy enough, you knowledgeable folk. God helps.
Oh, that was very sweet of them. I mean, it is our right as the Khaldun for that to happen, but yeah. Alright, who do we set off with? Bless. Morteshka does defense and ward, but I'm kind of not defense and ward anymore. And Yegor does curse. We could take Yegor along with us and have more curse. He does curse and damage. Can you join us, Mr. Hunter, and just shoot the enemies? That's not how it works, unfortunately, Plague Doctor Man. He was kind to us, though. I'm actually pretty happy with Karnish. I want his, ally quest, so I'm gonna take him with us. I like Bless. Bless is fun. Yeah, Bless is fun. So, let us be on our way to the Anvor forests. An old forest near Anvor village reminds me strongly of Nemzia.
You only reach the outskirts of Banteg by evening. The further north you go, the grimmer the forests around seem to you. Joyless memories of Leshis and Nimzia return to you. It looks like the local forests have some master of their own. Your thoughts are interrupted by a group of peasants calling out to someone. Your worries prove true. The local Leshi took someone to his domain. For several days, the peasants have been trying to find the missing man, but offerings and prayers were of no avail.
They tie ribbons to the trees? Igor's pros. Helps strengthen your build by adding more curse. Yes. His cons. Igor. Let's see what we learned. Wandering into a swamp. 1 of 2. My grandpa loved the forest. He would tell me all kinds of stories about it. Some might have been tall tales or outright lies, but I listened to them anyway. I distinctly remember a story about a Leshi who had him walking around the forest for 2 days straight. He also told me in detail about how he broke free from his spell. I'm not a superstitious man myself, but the situation I got myself into seemed absurd. I couldn't get lost for no reason, let alone find myself in a godforsaken swamp.
You decide to find the missing man yourself and go off-road, continuing on your way to Pianteg through the forest. Who knows? Maybe you'll meet him there. However, your expectations don't come true. Instead of a peasant, you meet several pensive forest spirits walking along the road.
Didn't the man try turning his clothes inside out? We don't know. Silly Birdman's prose. Silly bird lest she go squawk. You are not wrong, Plague Doctor Man, and we like it when he goes squawk. Alright. You're gonna heal people. You're gonna use White Crown, but I'm immune, so fuck you. And you're just gonna hit me. That's fine. Blessings, please. Curse on you. Then hit. Actually, no. Let's do waste first. You're the healer. You're a debuffer. We're gonna put waste on you. And then we hit you for lots of badness. Then we are going to smack you around some more. We're not going to double curse. We are, however, going to start up some burning blood, which gives waste every time they hit me. I can use 2 herbs now. Look at that. Let us do the smack. And give myself some regeneration just because I am going to get hit. Let's go. This Zagavor is very vulnerable. Get wrecked. Haha, White Crown. Oh. Let's rage. So, you have waste, but we have, well, we can't do style damage because of Earth. I forgot that Earth was a white page. That's why I haven't been using it. Oh well. Well-versed will still work. Get wrecked, get wrecked. You're gonna remove all statuses. I see. The sooner we kill this guy, the better. Okay then. Don't think we'll do quite enough to kill you. Howsoever. This. And can we do anything else useful? Good damage. so we'll just up our regen. I almost killed both of them. The waste killed them both before they had a turn. So now I only have this guy. Get cursed, jerk. You're gonna survive that. So get double fist as well. Now he can only do 1 damage. There we go. That should kill him. Goodbye. Deal twice the amount of damage if against an enemy with waste. So we have the curse version of this one. I'm gonna take it anyway. I think with that, I have to pull this out because it's just not worth it. This Fierce +2 means that it adds 2 damage after every time it's been used. So the first time it gets used is for 4 damage, the second time it gets used it's for 6, and so on and so forth. If you are hitting, like, I don't let battles run long enough for it to get powerful, but it is a power, like, it is powerful, it's just, it's very first seal. So I think it's time for it to go, and we will pull this in because we have a waste curse deck, and that will help. So there we go. Alright. I'm gonna go with the herbalist. Also, Bird Boy is definitely way better at the
You for the
card
herbs
game.
too? I can sell you some of mine.
You know, my familiar doesn't actually partner with me. It's usually somebody at the card game. But this is where I'm gonna leave it for today, guys. I kind of got lost in the sauce, and I'm like, ooh, let's do more. So let's give this a cheeky save. And wrap up for the day. So thank you guys for joining me today for another round of Black Book. We have 2 seals left. The next one requires a complicated ritual with many things that we must go and grab. And we are on our way. We have a new ally, which is a Raven Leshy, to wander around with us and help bless our damage potential. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed yourselves. But I'm May, and I stream Monday through Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern US time. And if that is not your time zone, please put a follow and turn on notifications so you know when I go live, either here or over on Blue Sky, where I post when I go live. And sometimes I even post about how the game is going, what I think about it. I'm always happy to start a conversation over there and get to know you guys as well. So feel free to go jump on Blue Sky and say hi. I would love to become better friends with all of you. Here is my YouTube channel for all of the VODs. I try to get the VODs up as immediately after I've streamed as possible, so that if you've missed anything from Black Book or any other game that I've ever streamed, you can find the VODs over on YouTube. They're free. They're there for you if you're cooking, cleaning, working, trying to sleep, or you just need some friendly, soothing voice company. It's there for you. I make no money over on YouTube. This is my way of giving back to my friends here on Twitch who follow me and support me because I love you guys so much. But I also do raid my other streaming friends, and here is my raid message. I use it. You are welcome to also use it. It works for absolutely everybody. But if you'd prefer something more fun, feel free to use whatever love heart or raid emojis you have access to. I'm happy to support your communities as well as I go raid my friends. Let's see, who do I have today? Psycho Phoenix, aka PP, is playing Phasmophobia with friends once more. We go and bug her on her channel because she comes and lurks in mine. Quid pro quo, as it were. But also she's fun and lovely, and she's a sassy Brit, and so I hope that you will give her all of my love and that you have a fantastic rest of your day. So I will see you guys again tomorrow for more Black Book. There is always the Friday Palia stream that we are always, you're always welcome to join me on because Palia is free to play. So if you don't have Palia yet, feel free to jump over to Palia, to the Steam and grab it for yourself. And I will see you again tomorrow. But for now, we raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye, guys.
You go look